Welcome, dear students. The current session focuses on the Oxford English Dictionary. I hope and expect by the end of this session, you would have an understanding of the significant role that the English dictionary, the Oxford English Dictionary, played. Well, my dear students, it was by 1850 that the inadequacy of existing English language dictionaries was felt. So, of course, the need for a new and a standard dictionary was felt. Those dictionaries that already existed, the dictionaries of Johnson and of Richardson, they were incomplete, and it was found that they were below the standard of modern scholarship. My dear students, it was in 1857 at a meeting of the Philological Society in London that a committee was appointed to work in this regard. The committee was given the task to collect words that were not in the dictionaries, that were not already existing in the dictionaries, not available in the dictionaries. And the idea was that a supplement, an addition, a supplementary material, not the main dictionary, but a supplementary material, additional part of that would be published based on these new findings. The committee mainly consisted of these three people: Herbert Coleridge, Dean Trench, and Fernwell. And these three members, they contemplated on that, they thought about that, and decided on a plan. The most important outcome of the activity of this committee was that a paper was read to the society by Dean Trench. The title of the paper was "On Some Deficiencies in Our English Dictionaries." So, in this paper, in this article, a formal proposal was given. This was a proposal for the publication of a new English dictionary. So, the idea that started with a small, supplement, writing of a small supplement. Now, when it was thought about, it was given a good thought, it was developed into an idea proper of, publishing a proper dictionary, a new dictionary. The project that was, designed, it had two principal aims. A, to record every word that could be found in English from about the year 1000. And the second task was to exhibit the history of each of the words. Each word that would be found, its form, its spelling, its use, its past, its present, it's all varieties. Every possible kind of information about that word would be gathered and would be made a part of this dictionary. Well, the task needed a lot of work, it needed a lot of effort, and of course, it needed support of a lot of people. The call was sent out, and a lot of people generously volunteered to contribute. The number of contributors kept on increasing with the passage of time, so that before the last part of the dictionary was published, 6 million slips with quotations had been gathered. People from all over England, they would send, messages. They would send those slips, the writings, the messages about, any particular word that they would find, any particular usage that they would find. This proved to be a very huge task. Initial idea was that in a year or so it would be done, but it took a long time, far longer than expected. Over the time, the roles changed. The first editor was Coleridge. However, he could not continue, and the editors kept on changing over the times. Finally, the dictionary was ready for its publication. The original name that was given to it was A New English Dictionary on Historical Principles. And, it was later on that in 1895, the title was, revised, and the Oxford Dictionary was, added as a title that continues to date. The completed work was a huge piece of work with 10 large volumes that occupied 15,487 pages. Imagine the size of the work. And it treats 240,165 main words in it, with all their details about the word, its root, its varied varieties that could be used, its past, its present, its grammar, its spelling, everything. And in fact, it was later on in 1933 that a supplementary volume of this work was also produced. So overall, what I would say is that the publication of the Oxford English Dictionary was a very, very significant step towards the development and documentation of modern English.